cover dalam 2 jam ni. Okay. So that's why I changed the format. Saya feel like it's not efficient if we have we just go through back on the slides and everything. Yeah, because of time constraint. So that's why I decide for this week we will do that an approach as like it's more like a tutorial. Okay, inside the WhatsApp group I already share with you, if I'm not mistaken, yesterday on a few questions that we need to cover. Okay, but then when I check back, oh saya buat soalan ni untuk chapter 1, personality and attitude. But then not on the decision making. Okay, but don't worry. In order to strengthen your understandings on the decision making topics, I will do some. That I will support with all of you with the review question, and then maybe I will upload that like a kind of quiz. Okay, quiz for fun only. True and false question, and then you can try, you can see the answers as well. So that is another techniques to learn as well. Because dalam topik ni kalau saya tengok tu memang banyak fact, banyak-banyak data, mana fakta compared to the implementation of the practical topics. Okay, so that's why I don't bother. That I'm not so worried so much for the decision making topics. So we'll do with the exercise, okay, and then sharing with the review questions as well. Okay, so let me see. Saya nak tekankan satu lagi beberapa topik. Okay, kita go through the contents of every topic that we need to discuss. Okay, saya akan go through secara detail. Nanti tuan-tuan puan-puan boleh take note topik mana dalam slide yang saya bagi tu. Okay, subtopik mana yang saya boleh katakan sangat famous during mid exam. Okay. So let me see. The first one, personality and lifestyle. So dalam sini, okay, dalam topik ni kita banyak membincangkan tentang consumer itself. Okay, how the consumers, who is the consumers, how is the lifestyle of the consumers. So from the lifestyle, from the background, it will identify the personality. Macam kita lah kan, everybody of us have our own personality. Ada orang ni sangat cool. Ada orang ni, a lot of the personality. Okay, that is about us. So for this topic, okay, we discuss about the topics about the personality and also lifestyle, and we see how it can relate on the consumer behavior. Okay, cara hidup kita, cara pemikiran kita, cara aktiviti harian kita, macam mana mempengaruhi keputusan ataupun cara kita react to the marketing stimuli, to the packaging, to the products qualities and so on. Okay, itu dia about personality. Dan dalam topik ini saya tengoklah setakat ini boleh dikatakan setiap semester soalan berkaitan personality theories sangat-sangat popular. Dia tak ada banyak, satu pun dia akan keluar. Selalunya macam itulah. Okay, saya tak tahu lah semester ni mungkin ada perubahan dan sebagainya. Tapi kalau kita sebut tentang personality and lifestyle on the consumer behavior, 3 teori ni sangat-sangat popular. Okay, the first one is the Freudian theory. The second one is a neo Freudian theories, and the last one is the threat theories. Okay, threat theory. So kalau kita tengok, okay, dari segi sejarahnya, Freudian theory ni dia adalah berkaitan di antara satu sama lain. Okay, mula-mula Freudian dia come out dengan Freudian theories. Okay, dia ada dia punya explanations on how the lifestyle, how the individual form the personalities. Okay, so that's in terms of the Freudian theory. And then after a few years after that, we know that inside the academics world, there must always have, it's a continuous process. Okay? Ada yang scholar ni dia bagi teori ni, dan ada lain researcher dia akan mengkaji semula teori yang disarankan dan dia akan menambah perbaikan. Itu sebenarnya yang kita buat masa dalam PhD tu. Kan? Bila kita buat PhD by research, yang tu kita buat. Kita tengok teori-teori yang dah mana ada yang disarankan oleh scholars. Kita tengok, kita bandingkan, kita tambah baru elemen baru, kita test. jadi ke tak. Kalau test jadi, jadi kita conclude dan contohnya kalau kata ada 5 elemen, sebenarnya tak, ada 6 elemen, ada satu elemen baru ditambah dan sebagainya. Itu yang berlaku dalam Freudian theory dan New Freudian theory. Okay, another scholars they study the Freudian theory, then they come up a few ideas, okay, which is related to the Karen harmony and also Carl Jung. Itu dia dah tambah-tambahan. Okay, nanti tonton tengoklah dalam slide. Then after that, okay, after the new Freudian theories, there have been, I think, almost, if I'm not mistaken, okay, 15 years, if I'm not mistaken, need to check back, okay. I mean, like, quite some long time compared to the Freudian, to the new Freudian, ada disarankan, okay, apa ni, they found another theory which is a threat theory. Dia berasaskan daripada new Freudian theory, tapi dikeluarkan satu lagi teori, okay, yang dipanggil nama sebagai threat theory. Dalam ni dia ada big five personality dimension. Itu dia punya kronologi dia. Dia bermula new Freudian, bermula dengan Freudian theory, new Freudian theory and the threat theory. Nowadays, in terms of the consumers behavior, in terms of the academicians, kita tak banyak dah buat ni, sebab kita tengok Freudian theory dan new Freudian theory dah obsolete, dah kuno dah tak relevan lagi dah. Okay, apa yang researchers tengah buat sekarang ni, dia memperkembangkan lagi threat theory tadi. Ada yang kata seven personalities dimensions and so on. Itu dia punya perkembangan tu. Nanti mungkin another few years in front, ada lagi lah teori-teori yang baru. Okay, itu normal proses, ya. Tapi anda kena tahu, ini dalam bila kita sebut tentang personality and lifestyle discussion inside the consumer behavior, 3 teori ni memang akan dibincangkan. Famous lah. The same goes inside the final examinations as well. Tapi you all tak ada final examination kan? Tak apalah, selamat lah. Kan? Ini ada teori yang sangat popular dan sangat memang akan masuk final examination. Okay? And then the next one is about the brand personality. Kita tahu dah, okay, kita discuss what are the brand. Okay, kita bila sebut tentang brand tu, kita boleh relate dengan diri kita lah. Okay? Ada nama, ada personality, ada reputations and so on. Okay, so same goes to the brand, to the products, services. Okay, they have to create the brand personality, dan brand personality ni akan membantu proses pemasaran, okay, proses untuk influence the customer to buy the products and so on. Okay, dia ada lagi teori dalam brand personality ni. Kita ada Jennifer Ecker brand personality dimension, Ecker personality dimension. Jadi kamu kena tengoklah apa dia dalam tu, ya. And then about the lifestyle, define consumer identity is a fact. Okay, is a fact. Macam kita, lifestyle kita ni akan menentukan barang apa yang kita beli. Okay, lifestyle kita ni akan menentukan adakah kita menerima sesuatu produk tersebut dengan mudah ataupun tidak. So that is how, okay, semuanya, okay, kita berdasarkan kepada cara kehidupan kita. Yeah, it depend on the marketing perspective. Okay, some people can accept this kind of techniques. Some people can accept easy be influenced by advertisement, for example. Okay, but some people they are reject, they are not believe on the advertisement. Bagilah macam mana assignment, advertisement yang menarik, yang tertarik dan sebagainya, tak jalan juga. So it depend on the personality. Okay, macam saya ni, saya individu yang sangat mudah terpengaruh dengan iklan. Saya tengok saya mudah percaya. Okay, so it depends on the personalities as well. And then inside there, all the lifestyle also will influence the consumption, macam saya cakap tadi. Okay, apa juga cara lifestyle kita. Okay, sometimes people they like to travel, they are backpackers. Okay, dia beli barang-barang yang berkaitan macam dia nak travel tu. Macam dia memang beli tu. Macam saya, some people like to love to decorate the house and everything. Mereka beli barang-barang yang dekor-dekor lah. Macam saya tak suka dekor-dekor, saya suka simple. Jadi saya tak beli apa-apa barang yang dekor-dekor. Contoh, Okay, so whatever our lifestyle will influence the consumption, and as well it will lead to the decision making as well. Yeah. So that is in terms of the personality and lifestyle. Then the next one is on the attitude. Yang ni saya tak buka lagi slide ya. Saya just go through the content of the topics yang kita dah bagi sebelum selepas last session. Kan. Um, So attitude and persuasive communication. Yang ni tuan-tuan kena faham, tuan-tuan dan puan kena faham. Okay, dalam consumer behavior dia ada dua benda. Okay, even though the topics as well, we say that consumer behavior and also the attitude. In terms of linguistics, okay, in terms of language, macam kita faham lah attitude tu sama lah behavior. Okay, attitude, cara kita respon dan sebagainya. But in terms of the consumer behavior, what I can say here is there are a slightly different between the attitude and behavior. Okay, attitude is more on feeling, macam lebih kepada perasaan lah. Kita suka, kita tak suka, satisfaction, happy, loyalty is more on the attitude. Okay, more on the feeling. Okay, but then for the behavior, it's more like either we will buy or not. Okay, it's more on the action. Okay, kalau kata attitude ni kita rasa-rasa je. Kita rasa, okay kot, kita suka, kita tak suka, kita rasa. Okay, about the feeling. Okay, but then about the behavior, it will identify either you buy or not. Okay, reaction in terms of consumer aspect. Yeah, reaction, either you buy or not. Okay, either you make a complaint or not. Either you will influence other people to buy the same thing or not, and everything. Itu ada perbezaan dia lah. Okay, attitude and also the behavior. Okay, so for this one, okay, when we see about the attitude, okay, we still discuss about a few theories inside here. The functional theories of the attitude. Kita ada ABC model of the attitude. Okay, hierarchies of the effect and everything. Yeah. So because the attitude is some really important element for the organizations or the marketers to concern or to focus on, because setiap stimuli, marketing stimuli, contohnya advertisement, contohnya apa lagi, promotion and everything, it will relate to the attitude, perasaan, apa ni sebut, sorry,
doktor, slide memang tak tunjuk.
Tak tunjuk. Slide
Okay.
memang stuck dekat seminar 3. Sebab saya tak masuk lagi yang kita nak bincang hari ni. Tu yang saya kata tadi tu. Okay, slide saya tak bergerak. Jangan risau, memang slide tu tak bergerak. Saya cakap je sebab saya baru review subtopik inside the topic yang kita dah cover selepas previous session. Okay?
Okay, doktor.
Okay. Okay, so inside attitude and persuasive, okay, ada few teori yang tuan-tuan dan puan kena fokuskan. Okay, functional theories of the attitude, ABC theories, and kita ada dalam slide, ya. And then how do we form the attitude? Okay, all the attitude are not created equally. Consistency principle. Okay, macam mana kita tengok sikitlah topik perbincangan tentang macam mana kita form attitude. Macam mana kalau kita nak form perasaan kita tu, feeling, is more, it relate back to the lifestyle. Ya. Contoh kita nak rasa sesuatu tu berkaitan dengan kita punya lifestyle. Okay, berkaitan dengan kita punya learning and memory, learning experience. Okay, kita ada discuss about learning and memory, and then we have about the experience. Everything, so all the element will form the attitude. Okay, so that is how. And then itu kita ada juga how do marketers change attitude? So bila marketers ni dia aware, okay, they have to aware, actually they have to aware how the consumer's attitude and everything, apa perasaan consumers and everything. There are a few techniques, they have a few techniques for them to change the attitude. One way is the education. They educate the customers, okay, to change the lifestyle. Contohnya clean, okay, good eating behavior. They try to educate. So this is one way for the organization or the marketer can exchange the attitude. Nanti tonton tengok nanti. Okay. And the next one is about decision making. The last topic yang kita kena cover sebelum ni adalah decision making. Inside decision making ni, ini topik yang orang kata ultimate. I mean topik yang macam mana nak cakap macam mana yang dah orang kata macam mana saya nak kata topik yang penghujungnya lah. Okay, macam kata kita sebelum ni kita discuss about the branding, about the consumer sector, about the how customers learn and everything, motivation, marketing stimuli and everything. Semua tu okay akan membantu, akan mempengaruhi decision making by the consumer. Okay, basic decision making made by the customer either to buy or not. Yang itu yang ultimate dia tu, yang itu yang orang kata apa, objektif utama tu. Semua benda yang marketer yang kita bincang sebelum-sebelum ini adalah untuk memastikan consumer itu membeli produk yang kita sarankan, yang kita jualkan, yang kita promote yang tersebut. Okay, itu decision making. Yang marketer duduk buat sebelum-sebelum ni advertisement and everything because they want to influence the decision making. So inside the decision making that's where we have cognitive. Okay, cognitive, habitual and effective decision making. Kita ada beberapa kategori. Okay. So dalam kategori tersebut kita membincangkan steps in cognitive decision making. Ada beberapa steps, okay? Ada beberapa techniques yang consumers buat, okay? Untuk dalam pembuatan keputusan. Okay? So that's mean kita ni sebagai consumer ni kadang-kadang kita buat keputusan tu sebenarnya berkaitan dengan teori-teori ni, kognitif kita ke, habit kita ke, okay, affective kita ke. Tapi kita tak sedar. Kita jarang sedar. Tapi untuk decision dia adalah explanation dia macam mana step-step dan sebagainya. Okay. And then family decision making. Specific role in collective decision making. Okay. Ini dari segi institusi. Kita tahu setiap individu tersebut dia ada family dia. Okay. There are the people, the families members is the people that really have strong influence for any individual to make a decision. Keluarga lah kita, sebab kita lahir-lahir ada dalam keluarga, kita ada parents, okay? kita dah berkahwin, kita ada husband, kita ada anak-anak dan sebagainya. Jadi apa jua keputusan yang kita buat dalam pembelian adalah dipengaruhi oleh kekeluargaan, institusi keluarga tersebut. Okay. So you boleh tengoklah okay, how family decide. Kita ada siapa yang dominant the decision. Okay, ada family yang mana keputusannya memang yang buat keputusan isteri je dalam pembelian. Maksudnya in term of consumerism memang wife je yang buat decision. Okay, ada yang husband yang buat decision. Ada yang conjoin together, ada yang bersama-sama membuat keputusan. Okay, so that is also the thing that we need to discuss inside the decision making as well. Okay, itu secara lalu lah, sepintas lalu apa jua satu-satu topik yang kita kena discuss. Okay, everything is inside the slide. Saya dah ada juga bagi summary. Okay, dalam summary tu lebih mudah. Okay, sebab dia ada explanation. Kadang-kadang kita tengok slide tu tak ada pun explanation. Okay, sikit-sikit je. Tapi dalam summary tu more on the explanation. Okay, itu yang kita kena bincangkan. Tapi hari ni saya tak pergilah satu persatu secara detail macam minggu-minggu selalu, tapi kita akan buat satu, that we will discuss a few questions, we find the answers, and then I hope that will help all of you to strengthen your understandings. Okay, saya yakin tuan-tuan dan puan-puan semua dah baca, dah go through slide every week that I upload inside the YouTubers. Jadi soalan-soalan yang kita nak buat ni mungkin akan membantu meningkatkan kefahaman tuan-tuan dan puan-puan semua. Okay, let me move to the next slide. Okay. So today's activities, kita ada 4 aktiviti sebenarnya. Kita tengoklah. Okay, sepatutnya saya plan aktiviti ni, saya tak nak bercakap. Saya tak nak bercakap, saya nak bagi tuan-tuan perempuan bercakap. Tapi saya terbercakap lah pula. Dah lebih daripada Apa 15 dekat 20 minit dah. Okay. So this is the activities, today's activities. The first activity yang kita nak buat, okay. Uh, have each student categorize three different people they associate with based on the threat theory, and then each of the three should be distinct. How could an advertiser use this information? Soalan dia macam mana ni? Dia kata, okay. So what you have to do is, okay, categorize three different people. Nah, kena cari different people. Try to categorize three people, different people that you are living together, that you communicate to each other. Okay, for example, your friends, other co-workers, okay, other classmates, family members, or anybody based on the threat theory. Tak tolong, okay, check balik what is the threat theory, and then uh, please explain how could an advertiser use this information. Tolong, jadi fikirkan tiga orang yang berada di sekeliling anda semua, okay, dan ada berdasarkan teori macam mana advertisers boleh menggunakan uh, personality, I mean that tiga orang ni dia punya maklumat berkaitan tiga orang ni untuk segi uh, advertisement. Okay. Dalam trait teori kita ada extroversion, kita ada introversion, and then kita ada innovativeness, okay, materialism, uh, self consciousness. So tengok balik trait teori itu, kenal pasti tiga orang dan tolong terangkan kepada saya macam mana, apakah how who and advertisers, marketers use this information for their marketing activities. Okay, kita ambil dalam masa 10 minit. Okay, untuk tuan-tuan dan puan-puan, tak payahlah 10 minit, lama sangat. 5 minit, okay, 5 minit untuk tuan-tuan dan puan-puan. Fikirkan siapa tiga orang ni. Cuba kaitkan dengan trait theory. Okay, and then what the information that the organisation or marketers can use for their marketing activities. Okay. Please kita dengarlah, minta tuan-tuan dan puan-puan share beberapa jawapan untuk kita bincangkan. Okay, kita ambil 5 minit. Okay. 11:20 we will come back to discuss or for the sharing session on the first question. Okay, kita ambil 5 minit. Okay, everyone, ready to share the answers? I mean, that to share who are the three people that you associate with. Anyone want to try first? Saya tengok hari ni ramai yang tak hadir ya. Okay, anyone?
Okay, so saya try Doctor.
Okay, sure.
So I put my leader as a openness. He actually always give equal chance to his co-worker for growth, and then he also open for new idea to discuss.
Hmm.
And he believed that all his co-worker can run the operation, and he will be there for any support needed.
Okay, so that is your boss, is it? Which
Yes.
organization? Can I know?
Nose Electronic under we are under global uh, what under the distribution center for Nose Electronics.
Oh, okay, so that's good. Okay, so that is the trait, attitude or the trait that you see from your leaders. It's good. Thank you very much, Afini. It's good. Okay, anyone other than Afini? Anyone? So we can see here, okay, like Afini said, is one of the characteristics that I captured is about innovativeness. Yeah, innovativeness is the degree which the person like to try a new things. Okay, it's not everybody like really open to accept the new things. It's like okay, when we are living in the we are in the comfort zone, it's not easy for us to adapt a new things. Okay, so about that way, yeah. When the organizations aware, we're talking about the target customers here. Okay, for example, let's say we just take the same example that Afini give, the boss. Okay, they aware that he or she is a kind of the really open to accept or to adapt a new things. Okay, so then they can freely to I mean that to introduce new innovations on the products or what on or the services. Okay. So this kind of information about the innovativeness, okay, easy to accept about the changes. It's a really important information, sangat penting kepada marketers bila dia tahu bahawa target customer dia ni adalah orang yang boleh menerima inovasi. So they don't have to, I mean that doubt to do some innovations on the existing products, or in case they want to focus, okay, like I say they want to do the advertisement, how they want to capture the mind of the customers who are really innovative person, really can accept innovative person, so they have to make sure that the element of the advertisement include, okay, or they can highlight the innovation that they do on the current products compared to the existing product. Itu benda yang sangat penting lah. Okay, kita tengok dari point of view, on the marketer's point of view, informasi itu sangat penting. Okay, but then if let's say they are aware that the target customers that they are focused on is a group of people that is not easy or is not ready to adapt a new things, so they have to do some other techniques. Okay, kalau kita tengok ini nanti dalam topik advertisement tu, setiap advertisement tu yang kita tengok tu dia mempunyai elemen-elemen yang berbeza. Okay, kalau kita tengok macam saya kata tadi, kalau some innovation that they are focusing on the innovative person, so they are focusing their highlights whatever the innovation that they introduce inside the new products. Okay, but if let's say they realize that their target customer is someone really close for the changes, for the innovations and everything, they might, okay, relate the advertisement, the message, the image on the classic way. I mean that to remain the I mean that to remain the way of their life before. Something, so there's all the advertisement we have a message, okay? So they depend on the personality as well. Anyone other than Afini? Let me see who. Shasha Shakira. Shasha Shakira. Saya tengok hari ni banyaknya kaum-kaum wanita lah. Oh, ada juga. Amal, Amal, do you have any idea?
Ya doktor.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay, untuk activity one ni, I believe that I've been working closely with operation team, so result outcome more or less that we achieve almost the same, which is the consistency that we achieve, which is very good, in a very good way, as we always achieve our KPI and fulfilling most of our customers punya requirement.
Hmm. It's more on the consistency.
Betul.
Yeah, consistency. Mm, okay. How about is there any self-consciousness in your organization? Is there anyone inside your organization are focusing on the self-consciousness? Ada tak? Ada yang self-consciousness is more on uh, deliberately monitors or control the image of the self. Okay. Ada anybody that knows someone that really self-consciousness. They are aware, they are focusing on how people look at them, or what are people thinking about them. Ada tak? Anyone? Amin? If let's say, they manage to speak something, or you can type as well inside the chat room. We can read together. Saya mencari Syasha ni. Mana Syasha? Syasha, any other? Thank you very much for Amma. It's a good idea as well. I mean, that is good answers. I finished as well. Very good answers. Okay. Um, so, okay. Saya tak nak paksa lah. Nanti saya kan dalam kelas kan, saya suka paksa-paksa student. Saya suka point-point student kan. Sekarang ni, budak-budak sekarang ni, generasi sekarang ni, dia direct tau. Dia cakap, Doktor jangan point saya malu. Tak mau cakap. Dia cakap macam tu tau kat dalam kelas. So, they're really outspoken. I mean that, so I know, okay, it's not easy. Yeah, when suddenly, uh, we have to, benda-benda teori ni, terus teranglah saya cakap kan, kita kena digest dulu. Kita kena faham betul-betul teori tu, barulah macam kita kena, kita boleh relate. Betul tak? Betul tak? Kalau kata macam kita macam first time discuss tu memang agak sukar. Okay? Tak apa. Jadi apa dekat sini soalan ni kan, kita tengok dalam trade theory ni dia ada big five dimension. Dalam ada trade theory, kalau tuan-tuan tengok dalam slide pun, dia ada big five dimension. Dekat situ dia ada openness, dia ada innovativeness, okay, dia ada materialism, dia ada self-consciousness, okay, dia ada need for cognition, and the new one is the frugality. Bila kita sebut tentang trait theory, ia berkaitan dengan extroversion and also introversion. Dia ada dua jenis personality kat situ, okay, introversion and also the introversion and extroversion. Extrovert and introvert. Okay, extrovert ni kita tahu lah, socially outgoing, outgoing, sikit, easy, tak segan, tak malu. Introvert, senyap, okay, quiet and reserve. Dia ada dua. Dalam dua tu kita ada lagi 5 big dimension, big five kita panggil. Okay, dalam tu kita ada innovativeness, macam Fini cakap tu. Okay, innovativeness is a degree to which the person like to try new things. Okay, and then we have the materialism. Materialism is more on, that amount of emphasis a person place in acquiring and owning products. Okay, what are the degrees that the consumers really want to own the products? Nak degree darjah macam mana, keinginan untuk memiliki. This is a materialism. Okay, some people they really concern, okay, in terms of ownership and something that's way. And then self-consciousness. Okay, self-consciousness is more on monitors, control the image of themselves, or how they want to react, how they want people to see about them. Some people tu dia memang conscious about how people look. Okay, but then look, this is about the psychology. Okay, when you are really, I mean that really into self-consciousness. Okay, sometimes it will lead to anxieties and everything. You are concern sangat, tak boleh tengok, tak nak ada kesilapan langsung. Nak semua orang tengok diri dia sebagai seorang yang terbaik, tak nak buat salah langsung dan sebagainya. Tu dia self consciousness. They will control very well all the reactions. Okay, kalau dia buat pembelian pun, dia akan memilih benda yang tak mencalarkan image dia. Macam kita, some people they have a level of reputation. Tak boleh pakai baju pasar malam, kena pakai baju kat shopping complex saja. Contoh. Itu contoh. Okay, so that is about the self consciousness. Okay, some people that way. And then we have a need for cognition. Okay, need for cognition ni, this is the degree to which a person like to think about things, and by extensions expand the necessary effort to process brand information. Then they will identify first. Then they want the information. First they want the information. They want I mean that they want to make sure that is the correct thing for them. So that is a need cognition. Dia very detail lah. Kalau kita tengok kan kadang-kadang tu ada orang ni dia boleh membeli sekejap sahaja. Okay, macam contoh dia nak beli kereta, dia fikir, dia survey, dia beli. Ada setengah orang dia nak beli sebiji kereta tapi dia akan fikir berbulan-bulan, bertahun-tahun. Dia akan kaji sehabis-habis kajian tentang produk tersebut, tentang kebolehan, pemanduan dan sebagainya. Ada setengah orang dia boleh beli, dia boleh buat decide sahaja. Okay, maybe some people will say that it relate to the buying power. Bukan. Okay, yang ni kita tak relate pada buying power. Sama ada orang tu ada duit ke tak ada duit. Sometimes, okay, the rich people as well, it become more need for connection. Dia very detail. Dia akan tengok satu persatu. Okay, sekecil-kecil benda dia akan kaji, dia akan compare. Okay, salah satu elemen yang sangat kita yang which is we always compare about the price. Itu basic. Kalau kita pergi kat shopping complex dan sebagainya, ataupun kita nak membeli kereta dan sebagainya, okay, kita compare pada harga. Harga adalah elemen yang pertama. Itu basic. Okay, but then ada people dia tengok harga, dia beli. Dia compare harga saja. Tapi ada customers yang dia tak tengok harga, dia tengok benda lain juga, dia tengok sedetail-detailnya. So that's a state for condition. Okay, and then the next one is a frugality. Frugality ni, okay, we deny short-term purchasing, which is in favor resourceful using what they own. So itu frugality. Okay, I mean they will deny purchasing whims in favor of resources using what they own. So they will compare apa yang dia ada dengan dia tak it's not easy like at the beginning. I mean it's more like not easy to accept still. Yeah. Tak mudah untuk menerima. Dia akan cuba kekalkan dengan apa yang dia ada dulu. Become worse and come to the time or will take a bit time, okay, for them to change. Okay, that is a frugality. Itu adalah big five yang ada dalam trade theory. Okay, trade theory ni which is to identify characteristic that will define a person. Itu dalam trade theory. Kan saya kata daripada New Freedom and trade theory. Okay, itu dia untuk jawab soalan kita yang pertama. So far untuk setakat ini, ada apa-apa persoalan tak? Ada apa-apa persoalan tak?
Doktor,
Ya, saya.
kalau saya nak try untuk activity 1 ni lagi boleh?
Boleh, sure.
Saya nak cakap untuk my sister. She need for effect. My sister always look for simple and creative advertisement so that she can easily understand in short time. Actually, in this way, my sister always attracted to the product and decided to buy it quickly by just saw the advertisement. That's it.
Mm-hmm. So it's more related to the need
Need
of
for effect. Oh,
condition, is
oh,
it?
need for connection. Dah, saya cakap need for effect.
Need to for effect.
Sebab
Hmm.
dia cepat terpengaruh dengan tu.
Okay. Need for effect. Okay. I think yes. Macam saya cakap tadi, okay, bagi saya kalau okay, we go back to the big five, okay, it's more to the cognition. Cognition is more about how the person think about things, okay, and how big the effort for them to work on the brand information or the item information. So it can be low cognition, low need for cognition, and high need for cognition. Okay, in your case, your sister is a low need of cognition. Dia tak kisah. Dia tengok informasi, bukan dia tak kisah. Dia cuba cari informasi, tetapi dia tetap terlalu rigid. Life is simple. Am I right? Right? I really like that kind of individual. I really like. Tak bayang, saya pun macam uh, saya cuba belajar untuk tidak menjadi terlalu, saya bukan seorang yang sangat rigid, saya cuma saya sukar untuk membuat keputusan. Kalau kata saya pergi ke shopping complex tu nak beli botol susu anak pun saya spend berjam-jam, tak tahulah kenapa masalah saya kan. But then I have a few friends yang macam tu, yang macam your sisters, pergi they already have in mind already, pergi balik. Macam within 5 minutes, 10 minutes they already finish in the purchase something. Not my own. So I really adore that kind of people. Saya cuba nak belajar untuk menjadi lebih simple dalam proses pembuatan keputusan. Okay, that's good. Thank you for sharing, Nabiha. It's really good. Okay. So far, any other question before we move to the next task, which is activity two, okay, which we have to spend around 30 minutes in activity two. Can we move to the activity two? Are we done
Boleh.
with the activity one?
Boleh.
Boleh. Okay, it's good. Thank you, Fin. Okay, so for this activity two, what you have to do is you have to list 3 products that seems to have personalities. Okay, you have to identify 3 products that seems to have a personalities, and then please describe the personalities and what type of people buy these products. Okay, please identify what type of people buy these products. Is there a match between the consumer's personality and that of the brand products? Okay, the first thing, kita jawab 2 soalan yang pertama saja. Okay, please list 3 products that have personalities and describe the personalities only for now. Yeah. So let we take around another 5 minutes, okay, for us to gather the information, and then we continue with the sharing session. Okay, let's have another 5 minutes for us to gather the information. Okay, everyone, ready to share the answers of the three products have personalities? Anyone want to start?
Okay, saya share tiga produk.
Okay,
Satu Harley Davidson.
Harley Davidson.
Okay, dia rugged brand identity. Personality dia easy rider and they are a group of individual which they share a single attribute.
Hmm. Hmm?
Okay, so another one is Nike. This is a inspirational brand. The personality is care, perfection, and
Mhm.
trustfulness. So this is the most powerful brand in sport with tagline "Just do it."
Great. Yes, correct.
Okay.
Okay, the
Another
next one.
one is Dove. Dove is a product for they promote the self-esteem for women. So the brand actually display the appreciation for beautiful and feminine.
Yes, I'm agree with you. Okay, thank you very much, Afini. Okay, it's a great example. We have Harley Davidson, Nike, and also Dove. Yeah, I'm agree with you, Afini. Thank you very much. Okay, how about another one? Any other one? Other than these three brands, is there anyone that have another brand that want to share with us? Come on. Let me see.
Uh, Doctor, I try.
Yeah, yeah,
Okay.
sure, sure, sure.
Okay. My first Coke. Okay.
Coca-Cola.
Coca-Cola. Okay. Dia personality is a happy moment. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Ya, dia personality is carefree and fun loving. Lepas tu yang tu lah.
Okay, one is Coke. Is there any the second one? Only Coke, is it?
Ya, only Coke.
Okay, okay. Thank you very much. Okay, Coke. Happy moment in life. Yeah, I agree with you as well. Okay, they have its own personality. For the Coke, and we can see another one last.
Honda tu.
Honda. Yes.
Uh,
H.
Alternative
Mm-hmm.
reliability, give higher resale value, and
Mm-hmm.
of having the vehicle.
Yes. Okay, I agree with you as well. Okay, so we have around five brands here. Okay, additional with the we have Coke and Honda, and before that we have Harley Davidson, Nike and Dove. Okay, everything is correct, perfect. Yeah. So we can see. Okay, we can see. I like to take Honda and Harley Davidson. Yeah, even though they are not from the same category, one is car, one is the motorcycle, but then it have its own personality. Kita tahu orang yang how to say even though we can see Honda, it have a few variation, luxuries and normal, but then it have its own personality, it have its own reputation. All this personality being built because it formed by reputation. Yeah, and how the reputations come from is from the the satisfaction, the consumers, uh, acceptance. Yeah, so this is how it starts. Yeah, so is I agree with the brand. Okay, from I have to say I'm really happy from even though we didn't discuss in detail what is the brand personality. Yeah, because all of you managed to identify what are the brand personalities all about, and then you can also see the differences. Okay, from the brand that we have inside the market. Congratulations, thank you very much. Yeah, so that is in terms of the practical how we can relate the theory to the brand personality. But if we go back to the slide, okay, we can see there are a few other terms. Yeah, the one that I really like to share with you is the anthropomorphism. Yeah. Okay, so before that, okay, inside the brand personality, we can classify into few time. Okay, this is based on your slide. You can check back inside your slide. We have the reader response theory. We have underdog brand biography, anthropomorphisms, okay, and doppelganger brand image. Yeah. Reader response theories is about how the consumers accept or about their perception based on the stories, based on the information that they gather. Okay, and then underdog brand biography, which is regarding how humble the brands, uh, how the detail, okay, how the organization share the detail of the origins of the brand, okay. At the same time they will show you with you as well how it can get the success, how the movement of the level, the movement of the reputations of the brand itself. Okay, so this is underdog brand biography. And another one, this is a really famous, is anthropomorphism. Saya ada contoh dekat sini. Anthropomorphism, kita tengok semua kenal kan. Semua, saya rasa semua kenal. Kecil besar, tua muda kenal. Okay, this is the example of anthropomorphism. Okay, anthropomorphism is when the characteristics, okay, sometimes they can be objects, sometimes can be animal, it been transformed, okay, or it carry the characteristics of the human being. Okay, we know that another one, cars, okay, kalau kita tengok ada movies yang cars tu, ataupun transformers, okay, contoh yang paling mudah, transformers, kereta boleh bercakap, okay, ataupun food panda pula, daripada panda tu yang saya tunjuk tadi tu, okey, apa tu, satu animal yang boleh bercakap. Okey, kita ada juga ninja turtle, okey, yang turtle yang boleh berlawan, yang boleh selamatkan dunia dan sebagainya. That is an example of anthropomorphism. Okay, they give the personality to represent the brand. Okay, it's not about the human, dia tak bagi kepada human manusia, tetapi dia menggunakan sama ada objek ataupun animal untuk mengganti karakter sebagai manusia. So that is anthropomorphism. Okay, dalam pemasaran, in terms of the marketing activities, when we talk about the anthropomorphism, the affection is we can say that is the most effective techniques that the organization can perform. Okay, because one thing, it will create it will create the personality of the brand itself. Okay, it will create the personality of the brand itself, and then at the same time it will attract the customer faster compared to the another techniques, okay, using the normal image and everything. Macam kita tengok Kung Fu Panda tu, kan dia memang attract sebab benda yang tak sepatutnya boleh bercakap, boleh berkomunikasi dan sebagainya. That is anthropomorphism. Okay, so from there, from the reader's response theory, underdog, anthropomorphism, doppelgangers and everything, it will create the personality. Kita tahu brand ni tak ada personality. Yang kita bincangkan sebelum ni, brand adalah nama. Okay, macam kita contohnya, kita ambil Nike, Dove, okay, dia ada nama sahaja. Tetapi apa yang organisasi perlu lakukan untuk mendapatkan, untuk menarik pelanggan, untuk mencipta the sense of belonging. I mean that to touch the heart of the consumers is they try to create the personality for the brand. Bagi personality. So that is how they will do. Okay, itu kita tengok kalau kita tengok bila seseorang tu pakai pakaian Nike from head to toe, kita dah kata dah ini mesti active sport, contoh mesti athlete. So this is how it give a personality. So all the personality is not an easy, it's not a one day creation. You see, they have to educate the consumers, they have to make sure that they have to position the brand in the mind of the customers. Okay, macam mana kita tengok Honda, bila kita sebut tu Honda, kita ada perception yang sendiri, kan, ataupun kita tengok dalam apa tu, Facebook and everything, netizen ni dia ada, bila berkaitan dengan Honda dan sebagainya, dia adalah perception dia tentang pemilik-pemilik Honda dan sebagainya. Padahal bila kita sebut tentang Honda adalah satu jenama kereta sahaja, kan. Dia sama juga dengan Proton, dia sama juga dengan Prodeo, dia sama juga dengan Toyota and everything, but then it have its own personality. How the personality been formed, okay, it based on the work hard, I mean that the marketing strategies that the organization conduct, and then how they educate the consumers about what are the attributes that they want to deliver, they want to give to the owners of the car or the person that buy their own products. Okay, so that is the thing, personality. Nah, yang tuan-tuan dan perempuan bagi tadi tu semuanya berkaitan, ya. Okay. Dan satu lagi, kalau kita tengok tu, is there match between the consumer personality and that the brand or the products. Kita tengok baliklah dengan detail nanti, ya. Nanti kita tengok. Yang ini kita kena tengok individual pula. Sebab tu saya kata kita just discuss the first question, the first two questions only, because the next question is we have to identify any individual, okay, to match with the personality. You know, normally what we can see easily is either the individual, the celebrity that use, okay, the individual yang kita kenal lah. Kita tengok how they macam contoh atlet ke dan sebagainya, dia faham dia, macam mana dia menggunakan barang-barang dan benda-benda yang dia beli tu berkaitan dengan personality dia sendiri dan sebagainya. Okay, so that is about the brand personality. Another part that I would like to discuss about the brand personality is other than the definition. Okay, I would like to do the definition again. When we talk about the brand personality, you have to remember it a set of traits, people attribute, adalah satu set characteristics, okay, individual to a product as it were a person. Yang kita macam mana consumers tu, macam mana kita as a human being, kita tengok sesuatu barang tu dan kita rasa dia ada personality sebagai manusia. Macam mana nak kata? Kita menganggap dia sebagai individu juga. Sebab tu kita tengok brand tu, macam kita ada brand tu, setiap brand tu dia ada personality dia tersendiri. Macam dia kata, macam Harley Davidson about the ruggedness, okay, and also the Dove about the self-esteem and everything. So it's about the personality itself. Yeah. This is in terms of the definitions. And then, as I said, okay, another part that inside the brand personality is not much thing, okay, and that sample. So that's all. Okay. Thank you very much for your answers. I really appreciate it. Now we have another question that we need to discuss on. Okay, let me see. The next question is regarding the activities. Okay, activity 3. Health warning have appeared on cigarette package for almost 50 years. Kita tengok kalau kita pergi ke kedai, when we go to the shop, we see the cigarette there, dia ada image-image yang mengerikan dekat situ. Okay, let's discuss how the habituation, this is based on the chapter 6, maybe the factor affecting their effectiveness. Okay, macam mana habit ni boleh mempengaruhi become a factor to identify the efficiency, the effectiveness of the packaging of the box of the cigarette itself. Yeah. In over 80 countries, we can see in over 80 countries, graphic image related to the smoking effects must also be shown on the packages. Okay, so that means it's not in our countries as well, or about 80 countries around the world use the same approach, okay, in order to make the smokers aware what are the side effects of the smoking. Okay, but then it seems like it's not working. Is it related to the habituations? So this is the question. Maybe you can give the opinion on that. Why and why not might this help smoker decide to quit? Okay, why? The question is why, even though the image on the packaging, there is a lot of scary image inside there, why the smokers still cannot cannot quit? smoking. I think around the world already emphasize what are the side effects, even though nowadays not only smoking, the vaping also give the side effect, but then still people smoke, still people use that product. I mean that cigarette and so on. Why? Why? In your own opinion, why it happened? Oh, it's not in Malaysia only using that kind of packagings. It's supposed to be, I mean that effect show some effects already when it start to use that kind of packaging. But it seems like it's not. It's leave none. It don't have any effect at all among the smokers. Okay, why this situation happen?
Nicotine.
Mm-hmm.
I think nicotine is the main additive into drug tobacco that make the person is hard to quit.
The nicotine inside the cigarette itself make the individual smoker is hard to quit from
Yeah.
smoking. It doesn't matter the packaging, bubur lah apa pun kat packaging, tak affect juga. Right? Correct. I agree with you. Any others?
Hmm. So, kenapa suka untuk quit smoke kan?
Mm-mm.
Memang mungkin satu mungkin ada kesan negatif lah. Yang kedua because of sometimes the decision that people make before they start smoking. One because they want to follow people. Second maybe because of they have heartbreak, so they feel that better to have a smoking. And then actually a lot of people already stopped smoking lah. One of example is my husband. Actually he got sick. So he actually got fever for 2 weeks, and after that when he start to smoke again for 2 weeks he didn't smoke. Then the first day he want to smoke back, he feel that the taste is very bad, so he start smoking from there lah. It's come
Mm.
from self uh, high esteem lah.
So,
Yeah.
okay.
Hmm.
Okay, so that means that in normal situations, we as a human being, even though we know that whatever we do have a negative impact, but before the negative impact effect on us, it's hard for us to stop the thing that we already start.
Hmm.
Right?
So
I
my
agree with you.
my brother-in-law also quit smoking after he got cancer issues. Okay,
Oh,
so
sorry
then
to hear
he quit smoking. So
that.
most successful people that I see lah within
Mm.
uh,
So how to say? For I mean that the situation forced them to stop smoking, to quit smoking. Is it?
yes.
Agree, agree. Yeah. Uh, and other than that, thank you, Finny, for the sharing. Other
Okay,
than that,
saya rasa untuk yang pasal packaging ni yang tak efektif
mm,
because of mostly smokers punya psychological punya mindset.
mm-hmm,
They have set in their mind yang cigarettes ni can effectively release dia punya stress dengan problems. So with that mindset, so dia orang ignore apa-apa iklan dekat kotak tu lah. Side effect dia
mm,
because of problem stress lagi penting untuk dia release daripada tengok iklan-iklan tu.
mm.
Uh,
I mean that they have a strong reason for them to still continue smoking, right? Tak kisahlah apa pun dia letak. Agree with you, Amma. Then, and other, I have any other want to share? Maybe what do you think? Why the people? Why the packaging, the image on the the box of the cigarette is not effective?
Because of the feeling when smoking is what we remember. And I am as a ex-smoker, stopped almost 2 years.
Mm-hmm.
When
Congratulations.
hello, just
Yes,
now,
yes, yes. Boleh, boleh, boleh.
because when we are feeling exhausted, feeling tired, smoking can cure our exhausted. So uh, pleasure for the smokers, even
Pleasures.
in the garbage plastic also.
So that means that how to say, for the smokers, okay, even though my late father, my younger brother, they are great smokers. Bapak saya dia cerita, arwah bapak saya dia smoking dari umur dia 11 tahun. Orang tua-tua dulu kan, 11 tahun dah start. Even though my younger brother, we found that he's smoke during high school. Saya ada dikelilingi oleh orang-orang a great smoker yang I mean that orang yang sangat smoking lah. Dan but then I got the husband, so suami saya tak smoking. Berbeza sikit. So that's the facts. Okay. When we are, for the non-smoker, they don't know the feelings of smoking. Macam saya tak tahulah nikmat bagaimana apabila kita smoke. But then from the friends, from the people around us, we know that one way for them to release the stress. Okay, sometimes is some people they have become a social smoker. They just want to be together, feel accepted among the colleagues and everything. They just smoke for the to a social smoker only. But then some people, it really need for them sometimes when the hidup ni keras kan, when the life is so strong, and then this is a way for them to release the stress and everything. So everybody will have their own reason why they smoke. Okay, and then as for the non-smoker like me, we how to say, we sometimes I feel like wonder, okay, why the packaging and or the whole world do the same thing, but then is not happen as how it's supposed to be. Okay, yang itu menjadi persoalan kita dari segi individu, sebagai seorang individu. But now we go back to in the context of the consumer behavior. When we talk about the habituation, habituation mean that benda yang kita selalu tengok. Okay, ataupun kalau kita tengok dalam terms consumer behavior, kita ada discuss, kalau tak silap saya, kita ada discuss wear out, wear in. Ataupun bila advertisement tu terlalu ataupun repetition, terlalu banyak. Okay, macam kita tengok sesuatu benda tu selalu dah takkan meninggalkan apa-apa kesan kepada kita. Itu dari segi habituation. Okay, habit. When the consumers, okay, which is they not longer pay attention anymore. Dia kita tengok lah, kita dah rasa macam kita boleh, kita dah accept bahawa kotak rokok tu memang ada gambar-gambar scary. Kalau bila kita dapat satu kotak rokok yang sangat cantik, yang ada gambar bunga-bunga yang sangat cantik ataupun bercorak batik, kita rasa pelik. Betul tak? Selalunya kotak rokok ni ada gambar tangan roput lah, apa yang sekali-sekali. Tiba-tiba dapat kotak rokok yang cantik. Kenapa ni? Kan? So, that is the effects of the habituation. We as the consumers, the target customers, the target audience do not aware anymore. They already accept already the fact that the cigarette box, I mean that the image, the packaging of the cigarette that is how it is. Kita tak rasa pelik lagi dah untuk benda yang pelik. Kita dah boleh terima dah hakikat bahawa gambar tu macam tu. So that's why whatever the image that you put inside on the packaging will not give you any impact. Even though theoretically, secara teorinya, we know that smoking the cigarette, okay, will give a bad effect, the same how it shows inside the image. It shows on the image the same. Itu yang benda yang akan berlaku kalau kita hisap rokok. Tetapi as the consumers, we already immune with that image. Okay, we already accept that is how the packaging happen. Jadi kita tak ada rasa apa dah. Maybe in the first day or the first month when the government imposed that regulation, kau tak kena, mungkin kita akan rasa ngeri lah for the first few months. But then after that we can accept already. Pergilah ke negara mana pun, kalau kita kata kat sini 80 countries do the same thing, kita tak rasa pelik. Ya, tapi kalau kita pergi salah satu country tu, dia punya kotak rokok dia cantik-cantik dan kita rasa pelik. packaging dia sangat menarik dan sebagainya, kita rasa pelik. Selalunya kotak rokok ni mengerikan. Tetapi kenapa kat negara ni dia buat cantik-cantik. Kita mula rasa scary ya. Yang tu kita rasa scary pula. Kan? Sebab kita dah terbiasa dengan gambar-gambar yang mengerikan. Itu adalah berkaitan dengan we as a consumer, how we accept the advertisement, how the organizations educate us. So we in this point of view, we have to think this way. Yes, the organizations has a responsibility to educate the customers for the innovation. Okay, but then sometimes when they educate something that way, they deliver the message, the same message every day, every single day, they will not give any impact anymore. Okay, so I believe that's why bila kita tengok lah ya dari segi profit, dari segi organisation sendiri kan, how these tobacco companies can accept this kind of regulation. Secara logiknya kenapa tak ada bantahan dan sebagainya, because they already know. Okay, the effect just will take a short periods of time only. When the consumers already see as a habit, immune with that kind of image, that kind of threat and everything, they will not leave any impact anymore. Okay, the smokers will continue to smoke in whatever. It doesn't matter what other image they put on that, because they already can accept the changes, can accept the facts that the box, they will not get a good, beautiful image on the box, except they will get ugly box, they get a lot of warning there, they already accept. Itu dari segi habitation, ya. And when we explain, when we want to go deeper inside the consumer behavior aspect, this situation we can call as we can relate to the two-factor theory, which is one is about familiarity. Kan kita macam saya kata tadi, kita dah familiar dah. Kita dah tak terkejut dah tengok gambar-gambar yang pelik-pelik. Tapi kalau lah kita pergi satu country, kotak rokok dia sangat cantik, kita mula akan terkejut. Sebab it's unfamiliar thing for us. With the familiarity, we can accept. Okay. Benda ni kita boleh tengok dari segi view yang lain juga. Remember we did discuss about the familiarity. What the organization do when the organization conduct the marketing activities, they want to make sure that the customer familiar with the brand, because with the familiarity it can position the brand inside the mind of the customers, even though the customer don't need the item now, but then when they have a need on the specific item, they will remember the brand. Remember, kita dah bincang benda tu banyak kali dah kan. Macam saya bagi contoh billboard yang kita lalu tepi jalan sebagainya, everything to create the familiarity. The organization emphasize or focus to create the familiarity because they try to position the brand in the mind of the customer. Itu satu konsep. But then the same concept as well, the familiarity concept as well, can be, that give a positive impact for the negative marketing strategy. Macam how to say, whatever the negative impact, the negative element that include inside the advertisement, if the consumer already familiar with the negativity, then they can accept it. Okay, familiarity. The second one is about the boredom. Okay, boredom. That the same thing. Customer dah aware dah mula-mula tu mungkin lah kan, macam saya dulu few years back bila bapak saya beli rokok, saya mesti tak tengok ini gambar apa pula ni. Nanti dia beli pula saya tengok ini gambar ni lagi, muka kaki, ini jari, ini baby yang premature baby dan sebagainya, ya. Bila dah lama-lama dah gambar yang sama je, tak ada gambar lain, tak ada yang lagi scary ke dari ni, gitu kan, because we start to be bored, kita dah boring dah. Kita boleh immune dah. Kita dah tengok dah gambar scary tu. Macam tu kan. So this is the two concept, the two theory that we can explain why this packaging, this campaign on the box of the secret fail around the world. Bukan saja fail dekat Malaysia, seluruh dunia fail. Tak ada effect pun. This is how. Okay, because the smokers, what they do, I have to say, the main things that we influence the decision making is the quality of the product itself The packaging is just a small part that can influence the decision making. That is the fact. Kita bila kita nak guna sesuatu barang, kita nak beli sesuatu barang apa pun, yang kita nak tengok adalah kualiti barang tu. Packaging dia macam mana tu hanya elemen kecil yang mempengaruhi keputusan pembelian kita. The most important thing, okay, kalau katalah smokers, they know what type or what are the level of the nicotine, okay, or the feeling when they smoke. When they buy something, they get the feeling that will make them loyal to that brand. It doesn't matter what other packaging will look like. So that is the fact. Okay, with the satisfactions on the quality. So other than that, the graphic image, what else I can say? No. So what we can highlight here, okay, about the habituations, yeah, and also about the attentions, yeah. We can say that whatever the image on the packaging is a kind of the stimulus. Yeah, we know we already discussed about this one. Stimuli, stimulus, how the stimuli can give the impact, can influence the customers in the purchasing, decision making, and so on. Yeah. So when the same stimuli been published, okay, been when the consumers been how to say exposed with the same stimuli, the stimuli will not work anymore. It doesn't give any impact anymore. Macam samalah dengan konsep kalau kata iklan tu, sesuatu iklan tu dikeluarkan terlalu banyak tanpa ada perubahan, iklan tu tak akan memberi apa-apa kesan lagi dah kepada consumer. Ingat tak saya cerita tentang Gegar Ganzo yang minggu lepas tu, tentang Adabi, macam mana iklan dia kalau tingkap masuk tingkap semua tu. So this is how it affect. So if about the that about the stimuli, okay, they have to know that. So that's mean we go back to the cigarette. Mungkin okay, kerajaan boleh letak benda lain lah. Dah tak jalan dah ni gambar-gambar scary ni. Kan? Ataupun government boleh mengehatkan ataupun menjadikan rokok tu sangat tak sedap. Mungkin ada benda yang mungkin bila dah smoke tu tak ada apa rasa feeling anymore. That might give some impact. Okay. Dan packaging dah tak jalan dah sikit. So that is what happened actually when we relate back to the consumer's behavior. Okay, what are the consumer expectation, how the affect how the stimuli play a role in terms of the packaging. Okay, when it comes to the real out, mean that if the consumers always been exposed with the same things, many times it have the repetitions happens, it will not give any impact anymore. Yeah. So that's it. I have one activity here. Now five, we have 20 minutes. It's supposed to be around how many? 40 minutes. Oh, dah tak cukup masa dah kita ni. 40 minutes. Okay, so I think now we are tak boleh. Okay. So I think we will enough with the 3 activities here. Okay, so for the third activity, maybe you can do your own. Okay, we go through a little bit on the last activity. I'm sorry, fourth activities. Go to the levistrauss.com. It was a mainstay product for the use in the 15, 16, 17. Some things happened to the 18 and 19. However, that caused the youth to begin shifting their attention to another brand and different way of dressings. What did attitude have to do with the shifts? Okay, how should the company best deal with these changes? Using yourself an example, tell Levi's what they must to do to secure your business again. If you are already a customer, explain what the company must to do to keep the business go on. Yeah. So if let's say you are not a device users, you might go to the website to see what are the products. Yeah, we know that Levi's is more on the jeans side, and the things. What are the suggestions? Okay. Inside here, we have many ideas. Actually, when we said about the how we can have the Levi's to go back, yeah, to go back to the track as how it was on 15, 16, and 17. Yeah. So what I can say here, one, okay, when about the consumer, Okay, for this one, we can see, we can answer these questions in the aspects as a consumer behavior. Yeah, we know that the attitude, the trend, especially we come to the fashions, yeah, the lifestyle or the consumers already changed. It also, that's the thing that the organization, the Levi's need to focus on. Okay, the changes, the trend of the consumer behavior, different generation, we have different trend. Okay, kalau dulu tu, masa zaman-zaman saya ni lah, zaman-zaman saya ni, masa sekolah-sekolah kita banyak kepada kita kalau artis ni, kalau kita nak tengok artis ni kita tengok pada artis barat lah kan. Masa zaman-zaman Backstreet Boys, zaman-zaman siapa lagi, Britney Spears, kita banyak tengok pada situ. Tapi generasi sekarang ni dia punya zaman-zaman dia pada K-pop, kan, okay, BTS lah, whatever lah, saya pun tak tahu kan. So what the organizations, especially when it come to the fashion industries and everything, they have to know the trend of the current customers, the current young generations. Okay, takkanlah kita kalau pada zaman 50, 60 yang
Nak pakai
okay, sorry, interruption. Okay, so generasi yang dulu, so they have to aware about the trend, they have to study back. Okay, they have to re-identify who is the target customers. Okay, they have to understand the consumers behavior on the target customers very well. What are the preference, what are the lifestyle, what the attitude. Okay, so that's the thing in the consumer behavior aspect. And then when we go back to the organization itself, yeah, they have to see the marketing objective that the organization need to achieve, what they want to achieve. Okay, either they want to still remain with the identity or the personality that they have, or they want to shift the personality to meet the current generation, the current target customer, the current trend. So that is the thing. Okay, so we can suggest for them in the two point of view, in terms of the organization itself, in terms of the consumer behavior itself. Okay, if let's say the organization want to remain with their personality, so they have to do some activities, marketing activities, or they have to do some drastic activities in order to educate the customers on what other product can give to them. Okay, maybe they can do the intramural film. For example, panda, kung fu panda pakai slow jeans ke macam mana ke, ninja turtle pakai slow jeans ke macam mana ke, right? So whatever it is, they have to realign back, okay, their qualities of the products, their attributes of the products, okay, in order to satisfy the needs of the customers, the young customer, especially the young customers nowadays. Okay, they have to realign back the target customers. Who is the target customer? They have to identify who is the target customers, the characteristics of the target customers, okay, or they have to change the target customers and everything. Okay, so that's the fact. Okay. So I think we already answered the question number 4. Now 12:30. Okay. And also don't forget to before we end up the session, sebelum saya terlupa, nanti tuan-tuan semua tolong tick attendance dalam your future, jangan lupa. Okay, so that is the thing, that's all that we need to discuss. We already cover a few chapter except the decision making process. Okay, for the decision making process, I will support all of you with the questions, okay, and the suggested answers, and maybe we have some multiple choice questions quiz inside there. Okay, if you have time you can try in order to enhance the knowledge on it. So far until this stage, do you have any question?
Doktor, saya ada question untuk assignment.
Okay, boleh.
Okay, untuk assignment, ada satu assignment brand personality dengan assignment group. So yang ini dua-dua dalam same group ataupun separate? Sebab saya baca, saya faham ada satu group brand personality adalah pair assignment. Dan lagi satu adalah group assignment.
Actually, pair assignment untuk assessment 1 sahaja. Assessment 2, brand personality, dengan assessment 3, group assignment.
4 orang lah.
Ha?
Untuk 4 orang kan?
Empat orang.
Okay.
Untuk assignment 2, assignment 3, 4 orang. Nama dia confuse sikit. Saya pun tengoklah dekat dalam course content tu, course information tu dia letak pair. Tapi bila kita go through balik dalam atas tu dia letak group assignment untuk dua-dua. Jadi
Untuk
bila
assignment
saya
lah.
counter back balik, kan dia salah kat situ. Sepatutnya group assignment tu group assignment, assignment 3 pun group assignment. Maximum 4 people in a group.
Okay, boleh.
Hmm. Apa lagi? Guideline ada dekat dalam tu. Bukan guideline lah, contoh. Okay, ada uh, dalam tu dan juga ada yang message tanya saya local brand ke international brand ke each kategori tu kena ada local dan international brand untuk brand personality. Other than that, other than Afini, is there any other question? Hari ni kita habis awal sikit lah ya. 10 minit je sebelum ni. Another question? So the first due date is on this, the first assignment due date will be on this 12th
12.
December. Right, just ada masa lagi 2 hari lah.
So nanti submission dalam U-Future ataupun
In future,
future
online.
So submission 12 Disember lah.
Ya, betul.
Okay.
Okay, so if let's say you have any questions, anything, you can drop a message on the groups, the WhatsApp groups or my personal WhatsApp, is that the matter? Okay, you can ask me and then we can discuss more on any question that you ask. So that's all that we need to discuss for today. I really hope that even though macam mana saya apa how to say macam saya ni suka when we do okay, let me ask you a question, I mean ask you something. This approach and lecture approach, which one you prefer? A lecture approach is how we always do in the first and second session, and this approach will be more to the tutorial approach. Which one is prefer?
Tutorial betul.
Better this way, ya. Okay. The rest is agree with Salihin.
Same tutorial.
Right, saya pun I feel like it's much better this way, so not so boring, right? Saya seorang bercakap macam mana we have two-way communication much better, because what if let's say we do the lectures the same thing that we need to discuss, okay, everything is inside the slide. Okay, that's good. So inshallah by the next session we will come up with more activities which is more interesting, so we can have a better way of learning session. So that's all, everyone. Thank you very much for your participation today. As I said, don't forget to take your attendance at your futures, and then please submit your assignment through your futures as well. Until we meet again, the next session, the next sessions. Bila ya next session kita? Hujung bulan 12 ke bulan 1?
81.
8 1. 81. And also the same, saya juga diminta untuk apa ni, mewawarkan lah kan, kalau siapa nak join our charity run. Saya rasa dalam WhatsApp group pun ada kot, Cik Syafri ada share kot, charity run pada 7/1 hari Sabtu. Minta bolehlah datang beramai-ramai, register dekat link yang diberi, untuk bersama-sama dekat, saya pun ada dekat situ hari tu, insyaAllah. Okay, so thank you very much, have a nice day everyone. Marilah kita tutup majlis kita hari ni dengan tasbih kifarah dan suratul As. Okay. Bye everyone. Assalamualaikum.
Terima kasih. Waalaikumsalam, Doktor.
Thank you, Doctor. Bye-bye.
Bye.